We met online, and I'd been married one time before, had a horrible, horrible marriage. Matter of fact, I was very angry with God. And it took me moving home and being around my family who went to church to learn that I shouldn't be angry at God because I'd never invited him into my life. He wasn't there to help me through anything because I never talked to him. So I started going to church off and on, and first started off as a holiday Christian. Showed up for Easter and Christmas, and I kept feeling like something was missing. So I started to pray and ask God for guidance, and I started feeling like my life was falling into place. And I prayed for a good Christian man, and then I met Robbie.
I grew up in a home where my mother made sure I went to church every Sunday, and we went to the Nazarene Church here in Owensboro. And after several years of going there, I was probably about 13 years old when I accepted Christ and asked Him to come into my life and take control. I lived, as a more or less a part-time Christian most of my life. I became more devoted once I had children and started taking them to church. I felt more of a need to be closer to God and to actually walk the walk instead of just being kind of a Sunday Christian.
I met Robbie, and he was a good, godly man. He was everything that I wanted, that I never had before. And I was still struggling. We didn't go to church at first, and I still felt there was a lot missing in our lives. And we had heard about Life Community Church through someone I work with, and we decided to check them out last year when they were doing their campaign growth. And as soon as I walked in, I can honestly say it was the first time I've ever felt the presence of God in a church.
So about 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, and that was a big curveball for us. Um, that'd be a lot of stress on anybody in their life, and there's no imaginable way to explain the way that kind of news makes you feel when you first get it. It's pretty devastating. I went through a lot of emotions, and I know Misty did. Uh, but I was really happy that it didn't take me but a few days, I think, the best that I remember it. A few days, and I was at peace because I've always had Christ in my life since I was a young teenager. I grew up in the church, and I knew I could put my faith in God, and no matter what the outcome ends up being, even at this point, is, I'm at peace with it. I decided to let it go and give it to God.
Everything that we've been through, sometimes he'll get down and say, "Oh, I got cheated," because he's been so sick. But I always tell him, no matter what, cancer and all, I'd still choose him. I still would pick him, for better, for worse.
And cancer is not who I am or who we are. I think most people are going to face it at some point in their life. I think who we are is members of Life Community Church, and we're here to serve God in any way we can. And we're just listening till we hear what He wants us to do, and we'll do that day by day.